Check one, two. Testing audio. Check one, two. Check one, two. Testing audio. Check one, two.
Good morning. This is Councillor Brown checking in.
Thank you. We can hear you, Councillor.
Thank you.
As we begin today's meeting, we'd like to acknowledge that we are gathering here today on the treaty territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, before them the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, Huron, and Wendat. Please all rise for the singing of our national anthem, to be followed by a moment of personal reflection.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for
Okay, welcome to our regular council meeting of May 28, 2025. All members are present today, except for our deputy mayor, who is representing the city at Web Summit in Vancouver. Do we have anyone on remotely? No.
Through Mayor Brown, we have Councillor Brar on.
Councilor Brar on remotely, okay. Okay, there's some changes to the agenda. I'll have the clerk go through that.
Through Mayor Brown, revised agenda was published with the following items. 6.1, Proclamation G was added. 7.1, delegation from David Lang and Dale Lang, Secretary of Bike Brampton. Delegation was added. 8.1, staff update, government relations matters. The presentation was added. 12.3, Planning and Development Committee minutes of May 12th were added. 12.4, minutes, Planning and Development Committee, May 26th were added. 18.6, Bylaw 101, 2025, regarding licensing for mobile businesses. Bylaw has been attached. And Bylaw 102, 2025, to amend the comprehensive zoning bylaw has been added.
Okay. I believe there'll be some additions to the agenda. Councillor Palashi.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, really, truly excited for today, because the two best events in Brampton that happen in 2 and 6 on two wheels are both here today, Bike Brampton. And I'd also like to add a delegation from Mika for Ride for Raja, a very important event for all of us as a delegation today. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And Councillor Palashi, you're adding a closed item as well? I've been advised you're adding closed item, request of our planning commissioner.
Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to add that. It's something that was, no, I was never asked to add it. I was told that it was going to be on the agenda. Because it wasn't, I'm happy to add it, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the item 19.5, deferred closed report, OLT appeal, OLT 24000688, Brampton official plan appeals. That could be added. Thank you, and we will keep item 6.3 on the agenda. It will not be removed. We do it today. Thank you. Okay, I have a motion moved by Councillor Santos, seconded by Councillor Power, to approve the agenda as amended. All those in favor? Motion carries. This takes us to declaration of interest under the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. Councillor Keenan, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I believe that the bylaw is in there for the mobile licensing to be passed today. I just asked that it be voted on separately.
Okay.
Just because I own a restaurant in the city of Brampton, I just don't want any things, and I declared a conflict in the last meeting.
Does any member have another declaration of pecuniary interest under the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act? Councillor Brar.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Mayor. Just like Councillor Keenan was saying, I did declare a conflict of interest with the mobile licensing. If we can vote on that separately, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Councillor Brar. The clerk will so note. This takes us to the adoption of minutes. We have the following City Council minutes before us today. Minutes City Council regular meeting, May 14th, 2025. I have a motion moved by Councillor Tour, seconded by Councillor Fertini, to approve the minutes as published and circulated. All those in favor? Motion carries. This takes us to our consent motion. Any member may hold an item for debate, otherwise it will be approved on our consent motion. 8.1, Government Relations Matters. 12.1, Minutes Committee of Council. 12.2, Minutes Committee of Council. 12.3, Minutes Planning Development Committee, May 12th. 12.4, Minutes Planning Development Committee, May 26th. I would note that the chair of our planning committee did hold a planning committee meeting on his birthday. 16.1, referred matters list. Closed session minutes, May 14th. 19.2, closed session minutes, Committee of Council, May 21st. 19.3, closed report, budget amendment request to begin procurement to repair city assets, Ward 1.
Do we have to hold that?
You want to hold that? Is that required to be held?
No?
No.
Okay.
19.4, closed report proposal to develop an urban sports park and high-performance program in Brampton. Hold that for an update, and then 19.5 is held. So we've got 2 items held in camera. I have a motion moved by Councillor Keenan, seconded by Councillor Medeiros to approve the consent motion, but the clerk will summarize it for everyone to be crystal clear what is being adopted on consent.
Thank you, Mayor Brown. The following items are included on the consent motion. 8.1, Government Relations. 12.1, Minutes Committee of Council, May 7th. 12.2, Minutes Committee of Council, May 21st. 12.3, Minutes Planning and Development Committee, May 12th. 16.1, We've heard matters list. 19.1, Closed Session Minutes, May 14th. 19.2, Closed Session Minutes, May 21st. And 19.3, Closed Report, Budget Amendment, and Request to begin procurement. And that's it for the consent motion.
Okay, all those in favor of the consent motion? Motion carries. We have a number of proclamations today, and so we're going to go through all the proclamations, and then we'll take photos at the end. I know there's a number of members of council that wanted to share on the reading of these proclamations. So our first proclamation, Councillor Santos will share, and that's for Menstrual Health Day, May 28th, 2025.
Thank you. Through you, Mayor Brown. This is a proclamation about Menstrual Health Day, whereas 1 in 4 Canadian menstruators, 25%, have been forced to make the decision between purchasing menstrual products and purchasing other essentials such as food or rent within the last year. Today, we recognize that this is an issue that exists in our community throughout the province and across the country. The Period Purse, a federally registered charity, strives to achieve menstrual equity by removing the stigma and barriers to education and access to period supplies in communities across Canada. Initiated by German nonprofit WASH United in 2014, Menstrual Health Day, MH Day, is a global day of action with more than 1,100 partner organizations working together to raise awareness and break the taboo around menstrual health. A period-friendly Canada is a Canada where everyone can access the products, education, and infrastructure they need to achieve menstrual health. Working together, we can end the root causes of period poverty in our community. Therefore, I, Mayor Patrick Brown, on behalf of Brampton City Council, do hereby proclaim May 28, 2025 as Menstrual Health Day in the city of Brampton. I just want to note that the city of Brampton was one of the first municipalities to, during the delegation of the Red Movement many years ago, to actually implement free menstrual products in all of our facilities across the city of Brampton, including the region of Peel, which followed thereafter.
Thank you, Councillor Santos. Our next proclamation, Councillor Basante will share, and that's for National Deafblind Awareness Month, which is June.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Deafblindness is a unique disability that incorporates the loss of both sight and hearing. Individuals who are deafblind can live full, meaningful lives as independently as possible with the right supports in place, such as intervener services. Canadian Helen Keller Centre is a not-for-profit organization that supports individuals who are deafblind to increase their independence and improve their quality of life through specialized services. Everyone is encouraged to help promote deafblindness by attending an awareness event and checking out the calendar of events at www.deafblindnetworkontario.com. June is designated as National Deafblindness Awareness Month to recognize and celebrate the contributions that individuals who are deafblind make in their communities with the support of interveners who serve as a bridge to communication for individuals who are deafblind. On behalf of Mayor Patrick Brown and City Council, we do hereby proclaim June 2025 National Deafblind Awareness Month in the City of Brampton.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Basante. And I should ask, I don't have notification there's someone here, but is there a representative here for Menstrual Health Day? Seeing none. Is there someone here for National Deafblind Awareness Month? No, okay. Our next proclamation is for CDKL 5 Awareness Month, and I know Councillor Keenan wanted to read this proclamation.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Mayor. The CDKL5 Awareness Month. Whereas June is CDKL5 Awareness Month, CDKL5 deficiency disorder is a rare genetic mutation that prevents the body from making essential proteins needed for brain development. 90% of the individuals affected with this disorder will develop seizures before 3 months of age. They will also struggle to achieve basic motor, vision, and other developmental milestones. CDKL5 Canada is a registered charitable organization committed to funding innovative research to find a cure for CDKL5 disorder. They believe that in the power of collaboration in helping to unite efforts in curing this devastating disease, and are dedicated to reach much-needed public awareness to provide support and information to all who deal with the hardships of this disorder. Therefore, I, Mayor Patrick Brown, on behalf of City Council, do hereby proclaim June 2025 as CDKL5 Awareness Month in the City of Brampton.
And do we have a representative from CDKL5 Awareness? I don't believe so. Okay. Our next proclamation, Councillor Palucci would like to read out. I know he's at this event every month for Bike the Creek, but you're every year. So, Councillor Palucci, can you share the good news about Bike Month?
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So June is celebrated annually as Bike Month in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area and Brampton. Reflects this spirit and its diverse, safe, and integrated transportation options that support civic sustainability by prioritizing walking, cycling, and transit. The Brampton Active Transportation Advisory Committee offers input and guidance to city staff and council on creating and maintaining a safe, connected cycling network within Brampton and its neighboring municipalities. The committee also supports the development of an integrated multimodal transportation system and promotes a culture where cycling is a preferred choice for both recreation and everyday travel. Bike Month brings together families, commuters, and the community groups to promote cycling via the May 24th Bike Festival, June 7th, Bike the Creek, June 18th, Bike to Work Day for city staff, and numerous community bike rides and bicycle repair shops hosted by the Active Transportation Advisory Committee and Bike Hub Brampton, respectively. Bike Month presents an opportunity to encourage those who live and work in Brampton to try riding a bicycle for everyday trips, as well as for recreation, and to realize the health, environmental, and economic benefits of doing so. Therefore, our Honorable Mayor Brown, on behalf of Brampton City Council, do hereby proclaim June 2025 as Bike Month in the City of Brampton. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And I believe we have representatives for Bike Month here. If you'd like to come to the podium to respond, I know the Lang family, passionate advocates for active transportation. We have a delegation as well.
Good morning, Mayor Brown, members of council, staff, and residents. Next slide, please. We kicked off Bike Month with the Brampton Bicycle Festival last Saturday. It was a great way to engage the community with education, fun, and our first community ride. Next slide, please. Now, in our 8th year of community rides, the Active Transportation Advisory Committee, supported by Bike Brampton volunteers and AT Planning staff, teams up with Forestry, Parks, and Peel, Region of Peel, for Bees, Trees, and CRCs. You are very welcome to join our rides. Next slide, please. Come to our 11th annual signature cycling event, Bike the Creek, on June 7th. This unique partnership is the envy of other municipalities. We've been asked, how do we do it? Next slide, please. 150 registered our first year. Last year, 1,820 registered. Over 1,600 this year. It just keeps getting better. And we've still got a week and a half for registration. Next slide, please. We are thrilled that Recreation is offering free bikes courses for kids this summer. Everyone should have an opportunity to learn this lifelong skill. Next slide, please. We have already delivered 2 Bike to School Week seminars, have more lined up, and the bike racks are filling up. Next slide, please. Thank you for proclaiming June as Bike Month. This reinforces Brampton's transportation vision. And late-breaking news from this morning.
Yeah, we just heard last night that Ontario by Bike has officially recognized Different Spokes and the Brampton Caledon Bike Hub as the best bike business in Caledon, Brampton. So we are very pleased with that award. We will be putting up the marketing materials and the logo on the Different Spokes window. And there is a press announcement that's available if anybody wishes to use it. So this is good news.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is also the delegation as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay.
That was it.
Yeah, thank you. So I guess a motion from Councillor Santos, second by Councillor Pleshy, to receive the delegation. Approved. Okay, this takes us to our next, just sit tight because we're going to take a photo all together as soon as we finish the proclamations. Our next proclamation, Councillor Santos was eager to read out, and that is for Recreation and Parks Month.
Thank you. Through you, Mayor Brown, as Chair of Community Services, I'll read the proclamation on behalf of myself as well as Vice Chair Brar, who's joining online. Recreation and Parks Month, whereas June is recognized as Recreation and Parks Month, an annual celebration of the value and benefits that benefits and quality recreation and park resources bring to communities at the local, regional, and provincial levels. The City of Brampton is steadfast in its commitment to providing parks and recreation amenities that meet the evolving needs of the community both now and in the future. June, as Recreation and Parks Month, creates an opportunity to shine a light on the network of parks, trails, and recreational amenities that make Brampton an excellent place to live and play. In honor of Recreation and Parks Month, the City of Brampton is offering a variety of free drop-in programs and special events for residents of all ages to take part in. These activities allow for a healthier, more vibrant, and more connected community where individuals experience improved physical and mental health, stronger social ties, and a greater appreciation for the natural and cultural resources that enrich our city. Therefore, I, Mayor Patrick Brown, on behalf of Brampton City Council, do hereby proclaim June 2025 as Recreation and Parks Month in the City of Brampton.
Thank you, Councillor Santos. I don't have anyone here for Recreation and Parks Month, but when we take a photo, we'll take a photo with any recreation staff here. Yeah. Okay. Our next proclamation, our youngest member of council wanted to read out, and that's to pay tribute to seniors. And that is Seniors Month, which is June 2025. Councillor Tour, who loves the many senior clubs in Wards 9 and 10.
Thank you, Mayor Brown. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to read this proclamation dedicated to all the seniors in our community, but I would personally dedicate this to Councillor Power as well. Whereas June is Seniors Month, a time dedicated to recognizing and celebrating the contributions and achievements of older adults in Brampton. It is an opportunity to honor seniors and acknowledge the important role they play in our community. The City of Brampton is committed to ensuring residents have the services and support they need to stay healthy, age safely, and enjoy a high quality of life. The City of Brampton is continually developing new opportunities to meet the needs of this dynamic generation of older adults. Throughout the month, older adults are encouraged to take part in events, activities, and initiatives that celebrate their positive impact on society while promoting well-being and inclusion. These activities create a safe and inviting environment where generations thrive together to create an age-friendly and inclusive community. Therefore, I, Mayor Patrick Brown, on behalf of Brampton City Council, do hereby proclaim June 2025 as Seniors Month in the City of Brampton. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tour. I don't believe we have our Seniors Council here to respond, but we'll make sure Rod will accept it. Our final proclamation is one that Councillor Medeiros wanted to read out, and that's for Pride Month, which is June as well.
Thank you, Mayor. Pride Month is an important opportunity to celebrate the diversity, resilience, and contributions of the 2SLGBTQIA+ community in Brampton and across Canada. The City of Brampton is committed to fostering a culture of equity, inclusion, and respect that stands in solidarity with the 2SL LGBTQIA+ community and advocating for human rights, safety, and dignity for all. The Brampton Arts Organization supports and uplifts artists and creatives of all backgrounds and identities, recognizing the vital role that 2SL LGBTQIA+ artists play in shaping a vibrant, inclusive, and expressive cultural landscape in our city. We at the City of Brampton encourage all residents to take part in the many events around the city with Brampton Library, Peel Art Gallery Museum and Archives, and the Brampton Arts Organization. Therefore, I, Mayor Patrick Brown, on behalf of Brampton City Council, do hereby proclaim June 2025 as Pride Month in the City of Brampton.
Thank you, Councillor Medeiros, and I believe we have Bao here to respond. We got the stickers that we'll proudly sport, and just to say, we have a great event at Garden Square every year for Pride Month, and I know this council actually took the initiative to participate in the Toronto Pride Parade in previous years, and it's just been a phenomenal celebration. Love is love is love, and we're proud to be a city that celebrates that.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, Mayor Brown, members of Council and City staff. I'm Michael Vickers, Executive Director, and I have Gardenia and Amanda here from BAO with me today. A big thank you for the opportunity to be here, as I mentioned, and we come together to proclaim June as Pride Month in Brampton for the first time. We celebrate the resilience, creativity, and contributions of the 2SL LGBTQ+ community, and the Pride flag displayed across our city and the visible signs of inclusion throughout Brampton are powerful. They say, you are seen, you belong, and that matters. Pride symbols must also be backed by action. Across Brampton and Peel region, 1 in 4 2SL LGBTQ+ youth report feeling unsafe at home, and nearly half say they don't feel accepted in their schools. Across Canada, 2SL LGBTQ+ adults are nearly 3 times more likely to experience mental health struggles, and for trans and non-binary folks, it's over 50%. Globally, same-sex relationships are still criminalized in over 60 countries. In at least 11, it's punishable by death. Many residents in Brampton come here from those places seeking safety, hope, and community from the city. As we raise the flag together next Monday morning, let's also make sure we raise our commitment to the queer community. Let Pride Month and all of the amazing events that the city is putting on be not only a launch pad for celebration, but for investment. Investment in the work and staffing of the city's equity office, in inclusive housing, safe space signage, mental health supports, and responsive services. Let's always fly the Pride flag proudly, but let's also build a Brampton where every 2SL LGBTQ+ person doesn't just survive, but can thrive. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I believe we're going to take some photos with those who are here for the proclamations. So I'm going to ask those who read out proclamations to bring the proclamation with you, and we'll take a group photo. Okay, back to our, we have two announcements. The first announcement is, three announcements, actually. We have, first one is Ontario Crossing Guard Appreciation Week, June 2nd to June 6th, and that is sponsored by Councillor Brar, who is online and will introduce the item.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, through you, Mr. Mayor, and just really want to say thank you for all the crossing guards who, are the front lines of keeping our children safe. And really, when cars come by, traffic goes through, they're at the front line, making sure that our kids are safe. So just really want to say thank you, and I'll hand it over to our sponsor for our crossing guard to make that announcement.
Good morning, Mayor Brown, members of council, city staff, media, and the public. My name is Amanda McElveen. I'm the manager of Transportation Right-of-Way and Safety, inclusive of our city's crossing guards. I'm here today to announce Ontario Crossing Guard Appreciation Week, which runs from June 2nd to June 6th. Joining me are Violet Skirton, who is the city supervisor of crossing guards, and Stephen Anderson, one of the city's 233 guards, and Shane Loftus here at the back, our director. Guards work in all types of weather and road conditions throughout the year. When school buses are canceled, guards are still outside, braving that stormy weather. Crossing guards are a role model for crossing safety, teaching school children and others how to safely cross intersections. They play a key role in our traffic safety program here in Brampton that helps promote safe, active travel. By celebrating Ontario Crossing Guard Appreciation Week, we help build an ongoing sense of appreciation for the service that they provide in Brampton and across the province. In closing, I would like to thank our guards for their work and dedication to keeping our children safe. Thank you.
I believe Councillor Santos has a question.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you to all of our crossing guards for all the work that you do to keep our kids safe to get to school. One of the things that the city has been doing and investing in quite heavily in order to protect our kids to get to school, but also our crossing guards so that they can do their job more safely, is dealing with speeding cars in those zones. So investing in speed cameras, speed bumps, other traffic calming measures. We're really trying hard to keep our kids safe and respond to many people complaining about unsafe driving and speeding in and around community safety zones. Have you noticed a difference with now some of the implementation of these different measures such as speed cameras and speed bumps?
Through the chair, absolutely. I think that, we've taken a multi-pronged approach to safety, as you mentioned, Councillor Santos. And I think we are certainly noticing that with the technologies that we're implementing, it is acting as a deterrent overall. And we have many things to come in terms of continuing those programs at our intersections and just employing more technologies to keep them safer. And certainly I think that we're gaining strides in the city, and we hope to just keep on being successful. So.
Thank you, because many crossing guards were actually advocates to see some of these measures take place. So thank you for your advocacy, and thank you for keeping our kids safe when they get to school.
Thank you, Councillor Santos, and we have a motion moved by Councillor Brar, seconded by Councillor Santos to receive the delegation. All those in favor? Motion carries. This takes us to our next item, which is, we've already did 6.3. That was the one added by our deputy mayor, and I will take the lead on this announcement, and that is to thank a long-serving public servant in the city of Brampton. I want to thank our Commissioner of Corporate Services, Alex Molovic, for his exceptional service to the city of Brampton. His last day in the city is May 30th, and we know he is off to do great things, which I'm sure we'll hear about in due course, but we just want to say you've had a remarkable career here in Brampton. You've left a proud legacy For 19 years, you've helped build Brampton Transit into one of the best, most advanced transit systems in the country, taking on some pretty exciting projects for transit, whether it's the zero-emission buses, whether it's the, which was very complicated, LRT extensions that we finally got across the finish line in a manner that I think exceeded everyone's expectations. You're in your new role with corporate support services. You've led vital projects, including modernizations of finance, HR, IT, strategic communications, and many more aspects of corporate services. Under your leadership, our internal systems became more collaborative and accountable, and so you've earned the trust of your peers on staff, on council, and of residents as someone that gets it done in a top-notch manner. So on behalf of the City of Brampton, I want to thank you for your years of service. We're going to miss you, but we know you're going to continue to make contributions to this great city, province, and country. And just because we like to embarrass you a little bit, will you give us the opportunity to say a few words and share with us what it's meant to you serving the residents of Brampton for the last 19 years?
Come up here just because it would be my last address to Mayor and Council. And first of all, thank you, Mayor Brown and members of Council for your humbling and kind words that you just did. I'll be a couple of minutes maybe just to made a few notes here. When I first started here in Brampton in 2004, I was excited for the opportunity to build a transit system and grow it out. Little did I know that over those several decades, my time here in Brampton would be a defining period in my entire career. One of the first projects, the major projects that we started was Zoom. And at that time, it was known as Acceleride, and we were building a business case to seek federal and provincial funding. We put together a business plan over several months, and we made our way to Ottawa, to Queen's Park, and I remember cold, cold winter days in January, lugging the old projectors and multiple copies of our business plan, and we met with several ministries during that period of time. And with confidence, our plan worked, and we accepted it, and we knew we were going to get funding, and we did receive it. The reason I share that story is that it defined for me the way we do things here in Brampton. We plan, we prepare, we roll up our sleeves, and we meet our government colleagues and share Brampton's needs. Over and over again, this is a building relationships between the best, putting our best foot forward and showing that Brampton can do and what Brampton deserves. Many other projects followed, and one of the ones that still stays with me is the one, Mayor, you mentioned, is the Huron-Ontario LRT. This project has been worked on for many, many years, as many of you know. And this Mayor and Council here today are the ones that made the right decision by advocating and supporting the tunneled LRT, which will serve Brampton well for generations. Many said we would not get the funding for it. They said it was impossible. Not in Brampton. We make the impossible possible. I won't be here to the rest of the planning and the implementation of the extension into downtown. Rest assured, though, I will be there for the launch and supporting all of you. With career highlights also come career challenges, and I'll just touch on briefly. COVID was one of the most challenging parts in my career, as I'm sure it was for many of you. During my time with Mississauga, I've been through Y2K, I've been through SARS, and nothing was as challenging as a COVID pandemic. When we first shut down here in Brampton, and Brampton Transit had to keep moving, we didn't stop. Our employees continued to move the city, and they did it with cautiousness and pride at the same time. We lost 2 employees to COVID, and those were the most hardest days as a leader for myself in my entire career. As a team in transit, we made decisions every day to ensure the safety of our staff, and one thing I've learned is decisions have to be made. You cannot wait for the perfect decision. That only delays action and progress. Brampton was one of the first transit agencies in the country to allow operators to wear masks on buses, and we handed out over 100,000 masks to riders when we implemented mandatory masks, and I'm grateful for our mayor's support on these and several other decisions leading the industry. And Mayor Brown, you are a fierce, fierce supporter for frontline staff, and I want to thank you personally for your strong support and strong leadership during these very challenging times. So much was learned through the pandemic, and one thing was evident: we have an incredible team here in Brampton. Nothing would have been possible without the staff, the leadership of this mayor and council, and the collaborative between all the different departments. On that note, I just want to end by thanking you all for the memories, the great moments, and the humbling days, and the trust you gave me to lead. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. I know the senior city staff, our planning commissioner, our CEO would echo the words of council, how much we appreciate your contributions. They're actually at FCM right now, as there's a pre-meeting of CEOs before the actual conference takes place. On that note, Councillor Santos, we have you on the board.
Thank you. Through you, Mr. Mayor. Alex, just a very quick thank you, huge congratulations, and deep gratitude to you for all the work that you have done, all the time you've invested, not just as a commissioner and an employee of the City of Brampton for so many years, but also as a resident of our city as well. I know you care deeply about the people that we serve every single day. And, you know, in 2018, that very first meeting when many of us were just first elected and we had that motion on the floor about the LRT and we moved forward with the tunnel option, I will never forget that meeting and all of our advocacy work together in Ottawa. I just wanted to share some words with you today, and I know we'll stay connected and I'll see you again and celebrate soon. Tomorrow I'll be at FCM, and so I won't be here for the event tomorrow, but I just want to say thank you very much for everything that you've done for our city.
Okay, thank you. This takes us to our next item, which is the one from Councillor Pelleschi, which was the added item with Mika to celebrate Ride for Raja. Over to Councillor Pelleschi to introduce this announcement. But maybe tell us why this is so important to you and why you love Mika so much.
Well, who doesn't love Mika and the family? It's been a great ride, and we look to continue having it, especially in the areas of 2 and 6. It's for a fantastic cause. Remembering the life of Raja is very important to us, and every member of council knows that you know, they know the family and they absolutely love you. They love the ride. So let's get our engines moving.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Mayor Brown, the Council of the City of Brampton, and all the guests. And a special thanks to Michael Pelleschi, who is also my brother from another mother. And before I start my presentation, I would like to extend our very humble thanks to Alex for doing all that you have done for City of Brampton. It will be remembered. And heartfelt thank you to you. And I am Mika from Ride for Raja, Raja's brother, and this is my niece and Raja's niece, Anita, who's also Vice President of Ride for Raja. And this is going to be our 13th fundraiser for Peel Children Aid Foundation, and we are so proud and we are so thankful to all the cities and especially the City of Brampton for all the love and care and respect you have shown to our ride. We can never forget the surprise that you gave us, Mayor Brown, for making us ride on my brother's name. And I would like to add this year in October 2025, my parents and Raja's family will live on that street.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much. It means a lot to us, a lot to us. My parents, I was praying that they should live that long to live on that street, and his sons and wife. It's a great honor for our family. And for a special thanks to Michael Pelleschi and Dennis for riding with us, and everybody for showing up and supporting us. And now over to Anita.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having us once again. And just to kind of continue on what Navdeep says, is that it's a community event, and year after year you guys show us our support, and we're so grateful and thankful. When we look back on all the pictures and memories, you know, we've all kind of been growing, having kids, and you guys show up and support us, and there's nothing that means more than that. This year, I think all the invitations were sent out yesterday, so this year our ride's going to be thank you to Councillor Pelleschi for letting us have it at Snellgrove Community Center. and it'll be Sunday, June 22nd. And we'd really like to request your presence for 10 a.m. to do our kickoff as we always do. And that's about it. And so we would really love it if you could repost our event and help get the word out so we can get as much participation as possible. And that's about it.
And also, again, we will request City of Brampton, like you waived the money for the fees for community place, and we'll request to have same kind of support this year too.
Okay. Procedurally, one, of course, we all want to share and get the word out for this great memorial event. And to the clerk, just if you want to waive the fee for the staff for the purpose of waiving the fee.
Previous years.
Okay. Moved by Councillor Pelletier, seconded by Councillor Keenan. All those in favor? Motion carries. Last word to you, Councillor Pelletier, anything you want to add?
Sure. If you can, I know you sent me the invite, I don't know if anybody else has got it, send it to all of us, and then we'll try and get, everybody out this year, and hopefully you bring your vests, and anybody wants to ride on the back, let me know.
Patrick's still supposed to be on the back.
Yeah, Patrick can be on the back of my bike.
Maybe I can ride a scooter, because...
Great, okay. Thank you very much for being here today, and we'll do our best to get the word out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
This takes us to our next item. Government relations was approved. All the way to 12.4. Planning minutes, 12.4.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Members of council, you have before you the minutes of the Planning and Development Committee. One of the items that was held by Councillor Tour would like to make some possible recommendations. Councillor Tour.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to this and holding these minutes here. I want to talk specifically to the item in the Planning Committee meeting minutes, item 7.1 on 10350 the Gore Road. File 071-2025. Part of the recommendations that we have approved in that, I'd like to include another recommendation to ensure that at the site where there are the two condo towers, that we have at least a minimum of 50% of the units be two-bedroom units or greater. I'd like to include that as part of the recommendations that are being approved.
Thank you. Councillor, do we want to have any comments? And hopefully, we can get the reduction, because we've all heard loud and clear the reduction of one bedrooms right across the city, certainly beneficial to the people that are purchasing. So if that's something that we can look into it as well. But Angelo, if you have any comments.
Yeah, thank you. Through the chair.
Acting Commissioner.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Councillor Tour and Councillor Pelletier. So we could take that back to staff. I think we would have to discuss that with the applicant. As you know, the bylaw was finalized and is on today's agenda. So we would ask that be referred back to staff to have that discussion with the applicant.
I think that's probably the best, because if we vote on it today, then you have nothing to hold the hand. So if we can...
You can refer this item then back to...
Refer the bylaw back to staff based off of the direction by Councillor Tour. Councillor Tour will move that. Mayor Brown will second it. All in favor? The recommendation and the bylaw, yeah. All in favor? That carries. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
This is to our next item, to the clerk. It is... Oh, we need to receive the minutes. A motion by Councillor Pelletier, second by Councillor Basante to approve the Planning Committee minutes. All those in favor? Motion carries. This takes us to referred matters list. Are there any questions for the referred matters list? Seeing none. Public question period. Are there any questions from the public today? Seeing none. This takes us to bylaws. I have motion moved by Councillor.
There's one, the bylaw in there for thinking to vote on it separately.
Oh, the conflict, right.
Yeah. Want to do it first? We'll do that for, which bylaw is it?
Sorry, through your chair, bylaw 101-2025 to provide for a system of licensing for mobile.
Councillor Keenan is going to step out for a second, so is Councillor Brar. I have a motion to adopt bylaw 101-2025, moved by Councillor Pleshy, seconded by Councillor Santos. All those in favor? Motion carries. The two councillors can come back, and we will approve the remaining bylaws, 96-2025 to 102-2025, excluding 101.
Which what? The one that's about what we discussed? I don't know which one.
It looks like 18.7.
Do you know what bylaw it is?
102. Okay, so it's excluding, we're approving the bylaws excluding 101 and 102. This is moved by Councillor Palacio, second by Councillor Santos. All those in favor? Motion carries. This takes us to our closed session, and we have two items in closed session, 19.4, 19.5. I have a motion moved by Councillor Power, seconded by Councillor Fertini, to go into closed session to deal with those two items. And would note anything we discuss in camera will be reported out in public session. All those in favor? Motion carries. We will meet in camera at 10:32.
Too bad.
Seeing the time is 10:48, we are back in public session. In the continued interest of transparency and open government, I will report in public session any outcomes from today's closed session business, and we have 2 items to put forward. But before I do, Councillor Pleshy, have you on the board?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It was just based off of that, what we were referring in the minutes, the bylaw and the recommendations. We had heard from the applicant, and they were eager to accept what Councillor Tour was doing. Councillor Tour, do you want to speak to it?
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chair. Yes, it seems the applicant has conveyed that they would be willing to move forward and work with us on the direction that in those 2 condo buildings, that at least 50% of the units need to be 2 bedrooms or higher. These need to be family-sized units. I think that's the right type of building that we're looking for in our communities.
So I believe we'll need a reconsideration. So do we have 2/3 to reconsider the item? Motion carries. Councillor Tour, do you want to put the new motion forward?
If she sent some. If we want to stand it down till we can get some wording from Acting Commissioner for Planning, till then we can deal with the other matters. Don't we have open session recommendations?
Is this to
Approve
approve
the bylaw.
as amended?
Yes.
As amended, yes.
Okay, so why don't we say that? To move the, approve the bylaw.
Do you have the amended wording?
I do, through the chair. The amending wording, would you like it
Yes.
verbally?
Email it so we can show it on screen.
Okay, no problem. Just bear with me.
Okay, so we'll deal with 19.4 and 19.5 first. We'll put that up on this, back on the screen. 19.4. 19.4. Put the motion on the screen if you could. Sorry, 19.4. There. Okay, so this is moved by Councillor Tour, seconded by Councillor Power. This is the proposal to develop an urban sports park high performance program in Brampton. If everyone wants to just take a look at the screen to read over the motion. Everyone okay?
Yep.
Okay. All those in favor? Motion carries. 19.4. Now we'll go to 19.5. Yes,
To the-
yeah, he needs more time.
Do we have
19.5 now?
Yeah. It was 19.3 has an open session motion.
Open
That we need.
for 19.3 regarding
That
Oh, there's,
council, yes.
Okay. Okay, so 19.3, budget amendment to request to begin procurement for repairs of city assets. Now, did we have all those, is everyone satisfied with the answers on this one? Okay. Moved by Councillor Santos, seconded by Councillor Vasante. All those in favor? Motion carries. Now 19.5. These 19.1 and 19.2 were on consent. The item was considered in closed session and direction was given. And now back to planning?
Yeah.
And then the bylaw.
Okay.
So we need to we've got a 2/3 vote to reconsider.
We did that already.
We've got that, so we just need to reconsider the motion in the planning doc
Yes.
and then the bylaw. So 2 motions.
Okay, do we have that, can you put that on the screen?
Through the chair, I've just emailed you the wording to be added to the bylaw.
Through Mayor Brown, the recommendation is that the bylaw add section 19. Within an apartment building, a minimum of 50% of the dwelling units shall have 2 or more bedrooms when we get to the bylaw portion. But first, we'll do the recommendation from the planning committee.
Okay, Councillor Tor, you follow?
Hear that, but that's not on the screen.
No, it was emailed, she was
Okay.
reading an email.
Okay,
and then
but we can take a vote on that,
transfer.
yeah.
Or if they're working quick. Hurry up, Angela, will you?
Yes.
Gotta give the new guy a hard time. He'll be acting, eh?
He worked today, yeah.
Yeah, a motion for the report and then a motion for the bylaw.
Okay. Motion moved by Councillor Tor, second by Councillor Power. Everyone can see the motion on the screen? Approved. And now we need the amended bylaw adopted as well to the clerk. And this is bylaw 102.
2025.
2025, okay. Motion moved by Councillor Tor, seconded by Councillor Fortini to adopt bylaw 102, 2025. All those in favor? Motion carries. This now takes us to our confirming bylaw. I have a motion moved by Councillor Keenan, seconded by Councillor Vasante to approve the confirming bylaw. All those in favor? Motion carries. Our next item is adjournment. Our next meeting will be Wednesday, June 11th, 2025. I have a motion moved by Councillor Brar, seconded by Councillor Medeiros to approve the adjournment of today's meeting. All those in favor? Motion carries.